Hello, dear listeners. My name is Daisy, and welcome to the 10th podcast of the Techjaja
Bits and Bites Show.
That is Robert in the house, and with us today we have a very interesting guest. I'm going to let him introduce himself and where he's from.
Hello guys, my name is Anamaya Bajpai and I'm the country manager of Jumia, Uganda. To tell you very briefly about myself, I'm from India and I'm so glad to be here in Uganda. I've been here for about almost a year and I'm really loving it here.
Oh, welcome, Anamaya.
Yeah.
Very interesting name there. Robert, do you want to do an intro for yourself as well?
No,
Everybody knows you, Robert. Go ahead,
I'm Robert. I'm now managing editor Techjaja, also editor at large at Techjaja. I have two roles, so that's all my introduction.
All right, Robert. So what are we discussing today with Anamaya?
Today we're discussing e-commerce in Uganda, and we are privileged to have the guys who are running the show in the space of e-commerce. So I guess he's the right person now to ask.
All right, then. Let's get right into it. First and foremost, Jumia is one of those very big online shopping arenas, if I could call it that we have.
Well, it is the largest in Uganda and it is the largest in Africa. So yes, we are the largest player in the market when it comes to Uganda and Africa for online retail.
Interesting.
That's correct.
Let's get back to the ordinary Ugandan listening in right now. What is Jumia?
So Jumia is an online retail space. You can shop online with us. It's very simple. As I said before, it's the largest e-commerce retailer or online retailer in Africa and in Uganda. And just think of it like a marketplace, like Kampala Road, but online.
Aha.
Yeah.
I'll go
No pickpockets and people like
Well,
that.
without the pickpockets and without the heat and without the traffic issues.
Well represented.
Sounds awesome. And how long has it been into place?
So Jumia itself started 3 years ago in Nigeria, and since then we have expanded. In Uganda itself, we have been here for about a year now. We are just about hitting a year in July. Yeah.
What has that experience been like? 1 year in Uganda. We know we love to shop, but drink as well. I don't know if they sell beer on Jumia
Whiskey
or
or
Splash.
wine.
But what has the response been like? What has the 1 year experience been like for Jumia?
It's been amazing, and we've been pleasantly surprised and not surprised at the same time, because we know at the end of the day Uganda has the youngest population in the world. About 60% are youth, and all of them are tech savvy, all of them are interested in these kind of innovations, so they want to see and learn about these things on a regular basis, and whenever something comes new, they're very curious about it. So having said that, we have seen double-digit growth month to month since we have started. So at the end of the day, if I give you a figure right now, by end of today, it will be completely different. So
Wow.
Will it be double figure by the end of the day?
As I said, month to month,
Possibly.
double figures. So yeah.
Okay.
Any factors that really make you guys raise those double figures, or like traction to grow exponentially?
Well, it's just one of the things that we do well is we look after our customers well, and we want to have that top of the line customer service. And whatever we do, we keep the customers first. So if you think about it, the USPs that we have in place is delivery to your doorstep, free returns within 7 days, cash on delivery. So those are the kind of things that we have put in place to make the customer feel comfortable shopping with us, and make them feel at home. Let's say shop from the comfort of their home or offices, and get the products delivered, and they can actually have that whole Kampala Road experience, so to speak, of actually physically touching for the product, looking at it, and then paying for it. So we get them the best experience without, as I said, the traffic and the whole issue of going through Kampala Road, from the comfort of their homes, and still offer them that particular USP of doing cash on delivery. So I think this is one of the reasons that that people have embraced us that well in Uganda, and all across Africa.
Well,
As a matter of
it
fact.
sounds like a very interesting online shopping experience. Just give me, on average, a Jumia customer experience. So I've ordered, say, this very gorgeous pair of shoes offline from
Right.
Jumia. How does it get to me? How do I pay? And what if I don't like it?
Okay, so let's start from the very beginning. You go to www.jumia.ug. You look at the different categories we have. let's say you go to women's shoes, you see a gorgeous pair of pumps, you want to order them, you look at the size, the availability, you click on buy now, and after that, the product gets added to your checkout, or your cart. You can then click to proceed to checkout if you don't want to shop more, and those are the only thing that you want to buy off us. Then after that, then you put in your email address if you're already registered with us, and password. If not, you just put in your email address, and without a password, you just get directed to a page where you put in your personal details, name, phone number, address, where you want it delivered, so on and so forth. After completing that very quick form, hardly takes less than half a minute, you can go on to the payment options method. Payment options, we have two as of now. There's cash on delivery, and then there's MTN mobile money. So you can pay using either of the two. And once you've chosen your cash on your payment method, you can just put purchase now, and you're done.
Okay. Say I've chosen cash on delivery.
So you've chosen cash on delivery. Yeah, it's done. You've processed your order. After that, our customer service will give you a call to confirm, like, Daisy, these are the shoes that you have ordered, pumps, black in color, so on and so forth. This is the size, this is the price of the product, and this is the delivery charges, and this is the total amount due when you receive the product. Can we confirm that, when you want it delivered, so on and so forth. Or they tell, like, on the website it says 2 to 4 days. We'll deliver it to you in, let's say, 2 to 4 days, and our delivery service will call you when they have the product. So after we receive the product from our partners or our vendors, we give you a call that the product is ready with us. When do you want it delivered? Once you've confirmed that, we come and deliver to your doorstep. You receive the product, you look at them, the product is the same thing that you ordered. That is the first check.
Yeah.
Second check is whether it fits or not. If it fits, perfect, you like it, you pay for it. If it does not fit or you do not like it, for whatever reason might be, you can tell the rider, no, I don't want it, you can take it back.
So the customer is actually in position to touch and feel and...
Exactly. Like,
so you bring a street experience to me in the comfort of my home.
Exactly. So you don't...
How long does he wait? Because I can imagine she's bought a bunch of dresses and she wants to fit them in the mirror,
Well, it completely depends. Like, if we will wait, and our riders are trained to be polite enough to, with the customer, and if the customer asks them to wait, then of course they wait. And I can imagine if someone orders 10 or 15 dresses of us, then it might take a bit of time, but that is part of the job, and that is part of the customer experience. Of course, we do not want to force things on a customer which they don't want.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of an interesting experience a 21-year-old would want to go through. Just click, bring it to my doorstep, try it out, and, so with that in mind, what's your target market?
Well, to answer that, I will ask you a question. Does any of the big retailers or any of the shops on Kampala Road have a target market?
Well, no, but their products determine.
Their products determine. So, does any of the retailers, like the retailers here in Uganda itself, they have all the products that are available, right, in their shop? Do they target anyone with those products?
Well, not exactly.
Then
but maybe
it's
let
the
me just
same.
rephrase it. This is e-commerce we're talking about.
Right.
And not everybody, well, internet usage is really going places in Uganda.
Right.
It's still one of baby steps here and there, but it's growing. So venturing into such a business as online business, you must have certain people you're looking at that have access to internet, will have the knowledge to know when to purchase, the process of it, and understand it. Because I'm looking at my grandmother, back maybe in some village deep down there, seated, and, she doesn't seem like your kind of market or target audience.
Well, it depends. Of course, there's a huge, let's say, dependency on internet penetration here. There's a huge, whoever can get access will have access to Jumia. And I always say that anyone who has access to internet can have access to Jumia and is part of our target market. Of course, if you say that we target only a certain age group, that is not the case. And I'm sure, your grandmother in a village, if she's able to use a laptop at some point, she would, of course, shop with us at some point. And I would implore you to talk to her about that anyway.
I plan on it. Anyway, I've been talking too much and almost forgot my co-host, Ruben.
No worries, I'm all good. So
any geeky questions?
No, it's not a geeky one. That throws up. You talked about the rider. I'm just curious, does Jumia control the value chain in terms of the delivery? Or
Yes, we
just
have
some
our own
random
fleet.
rider that you guys have a partnership with? Because I can imagine you couldn't wait for even a single try on one of the dresses.
No, we have our own fleet. We train them on a regular basis, and they are trained on customer service. They're trained by our customer service people. They are trained by our logistics people to handle everything as professionally as possible and to put the customer's need in front of everything. So we have our own fleet, which we take care of, which we handle to make the deliveries. Of course, upcountry, we do not deliver ourselves. We have trusted third-party partners which we use to deliver up country like DHL, Aramex, and the likes of those bigger companies, because we want the best service possible for the customers wherever they're ordering from within Uganda.
All right. And then there's a very interesting question. Would you be okay with someone, after listening to just what you've said, comparing you to Amazon? And if not, what's the difference between you and Amazon?
They fear Amazon.
Nah.
No, I mean, because now someone was listening is like, so this is like that old website Amazon where everybody buys everything.
Well,
so can you be compared to Jumia and Amazon? Can I say it's the same?
Well, will anyone have a problem being compared to the biggest
Player.
online retailers in the world?
But are you doing the same thing? Are you doing it the same way? Do you have the same model of business?
It's comparable, yes. Amazon started in a different way, and here in Uganda we are 100% marketplace, which Amazon and I think every e-commerce company is shifting towards. So at the end of the day, you can say we are comparable, we are not comparable. Like, we want to have the same standards, of course, and even better if it's possible. And as far as I'm concerned, we are here in Africa, and in Uganda itself, we have not much competition online as of now. And if you speak about competition, I would definitely love to have some kind of... If there's competition, that means there's more scope, right?
Right.
And the market is growing, and there's scope for growth and improvement. So if someone else comes in, or one of the other player comes in, then it means that they have seen the same potential that we had seen at least 2 years ago before them.
Wow.
Yeah, just a clarification for our listeners. OLX is, I'm sure he couldn't really say this on air, it's not one of their competition because OLX is a classifieds.
Yes, exactly. So OLX is not our competition. OLX is classifieds where people can post.
For an ordinary
anything.
Ugandan, what do you mean by classifieds? I'm not very literate. I'm taking that place right now. What do you mean by OLX?
Classifieds is like someone posts something, then someone buys it from them. So I can sell you my 20th hand phone that's spoiled, no 2 buttons only remaining, and you'll buy it off.
Oh, so OLX sells first, second, third, fourth to the Z kind of products.
Yes.
And Jumia?
Jumia does actual distributors. And
We only deal with genuine and first-hand products, only new products and genuine products. So we deal with partners, and we have a very, strong process in place to vet our vendors and our partners who we work with.
I wanted to ask about that. You've been mentioning partners. We make sure we talk to our partners, pick the product from our partners. How do you identify these partners exactly?
So it depends on a lot of things. Of course, we go and, see the vendors or the partners that we talk to, and we want to have them online with us. There's sometimes the opposite happens, that people approach us directly, we want to put our products online with you. If that is the case, then we of course go talk to them, meet with them, see what kind of products they have. Will they meet our quality standards? What kind of pricing do they have? Will that kind of pricing, attract the right customer at the end of the day? And also, for that product, is that pricing fair? Because we basically have a 360 view of the market. We can see what the customer is looking at, we can see what the customer wants, we can see what the customer clicks on and does not buy, so on and so forth. When you walk into Kampala Road, all those things, are not really available to the shop owner itself, because I can walk into a store and actually look at 100 of products, but my eye is on one product.
One product.
For us, that's not the case. We can actually know what exactly a customer wants, and then we can make out what like why is it not moving? Why is a certain product not going
The
through?
back end of this website must be very geeky. I don't even want to get into it. I'm sure Robert can break it down for me some other time. But have you had any issues with taking on partners that maybe lead to, because you're fronting yourself on behalf of all these, by partners we're meaning
The
business
vendors,
owners,
yes,
the vendors.
business owners, yes, exactly.
You're carrying their burden. If there's a very bad experience between your courier and the customer, it goes back to Jumia.
Right.
Have you had any cases where you take the fall for these partners?
Well, yes, it happens. It has happened, but at the end of the day, we have worked closely with our partners to solve that situation, because we are very clear that Jumia is not actually selling the product. It is the partner's product, and the partner is liable. So if there's a fault with the product, and if there's a warranty case, of course, we work very closely with our partners and service centers and everything to get that product fixed for the customer. We even actually sometimes go and pick up the product from the customer itself and bring it back to the service center if the customer is not able to do that. And we try to keep it as smooth as possible. Like, at the end of the day, when you buy in any of the shops available in Uganda itself, you cannot really guarantee anything, yeah? First of all, we say that, okay, this product, we specifically mention that this product has a 2-year warranty, this product has a 1-year warranty.
They always mention it.
We always mention it.
They also always mention it.
Well,
but don't
they mention
respect
it, but it depends what kind of warranty they're giving.
The respect is it. You mention but don't respect.
Yeah, so we actually deal with the kind of vendors and partners that actually respect those, let's say, warranty issues and these kind of issues that might crop up. And we try to make it as smooth as possible for the customer to, not have an issue. Because it is bound to happen. The amount of products that move through the whole country itself, not only through us, there are bound to be some kind of warranty issues, whether you buy it off Jumia or whether you buy it off any other platform or brick and mortar setup. So for us, it is very important that we have that kind of a relationship with the partners to actually satisfy the customer's need and keep up the promises that we have made to the customer.
Which partners do you have for your mobile phone gadgets and stuff like that?
So I can mention
Major partners?
I can mention you the brands that we work with, in the sense maybe we are not working with the brands directly. We are working with the maybe, let's say, the official distributors here. Maybe we are working with the smaller vendors here. When it comes to partners that we work with, it depends. That is something that you can always find out on our website as well.
Yeah, I noticed you have partners, brands of phones that people barely know about in the market. I think I saw Angel, something like that.
Sorry?
Angel, is it?
Inju.
Is that a phone? Or?
Yeah, it's a phone brand.
Inju. So Inju is something that we are bringing into the market.
Yes.
And it is a new brand, and it is working amazingly well in all the other markets where Jumia is. And this is something that we will have exclusivity to. For Mobile Week at least, and we are going to launch this brand in a very big way. And they're amazing phones, and once they come out, you'll see the specs of the phones. So Mobile Week Megathon, biggest mobile sale all across Africa.
Was it like the Black Monday of
Black Friday.
Uganda?
Black Friday.
Black Friday.
We have Black Monday in Uganda.
It's not Black Monday,
yes,
that's
Black
corruption.
Friday. Yeah. It's considered the Black Friday of Uganda. So
It's Black Friday.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Thanksgiving.
we already did Black Friday last year, and it was very successful for us. So we were able to successfully introduce an American concept here in Uganda and all across Africa, actually. And it's basically one of those things that we want to bring better and better prices and better, opportunities for our customers to buy the phones, in this case, that they want, that they have, let's say, dreamed of owning at an amazing price and never seen before price and never be seen again. So these kind of pricing will come in for just 1 week and 1 week only, and you will never
Either have it or not have it.
Actually,
Exactly,
it's
and-
not 1 week, I guess. It will be 1 day, and the counter is real time. So you'll get to know that 40 guys have shopped this, so only 20 items of this
Are
are
left.
remaining
Yeah,
and stuff like
so
that.
exactly. So they will
okay.
be there. We'll have limited stocks, of course, of certain mobile phones. And if the stock gets over and you miss out on the deal, then, well, tough
Next
luck.
year.
Maybe
Wait.
next year.
Maybe next year.
Come on, tell us about these brands that you're going to have so people can know.
Inju is like a brand which we are introducing. It's already there in Nigeria. It's there in Kenya as well. and it's there in almost all the markets that we have. And we spoke with the brand, and they were interested in bringing it to Uganda. So we have now we will be bringing it into Uganda, and we will be bringing in 3 models. There'll be 2 phones and 1 tablet.
Oh, so
Yeah.
beautiful.
Tablet.
Yeah.
Hope
So-
it will be much cheaper than what we have on the market.
Yeah, this like we always try to bring in these kind of new things to the customer, like what is working everywhere else. Why do we want to keep the Ugandan customer away from such an amazing product? That's what our thinking is. And if we know if it can work in the other markets, then it'll work definitely in Uganda as well.
Yeah, and it's going to be exclusively only on Jumia,
Yes.
so you'll not be able to get that kind of phone anywhere on the Kampala streets, unless you want to pay, of course, higher prices for it for someone who bought it off Jumia and reselling it to you.
Well, I guess, but yeah.
Okay, well, sounds like there's a lot planned for Jumia in the future and, expanding and all. But going back now, being a little more, on ground, what are you doing to break that perception or mentality that Ugandans have that anything bought online, either that's a fraudster or it won't get to me or I won't, I mean, that's just taking my money. What are you doing as an e-commerce platform to see that Ugandans understand, appreciate, and actually take part?
Well, buying things online is, yes, I would say a risk here. Like, people consider it as a risk. So, not because, like, of all the frauds that are happening, like maybe because of that. And like, it's still, let's say, a young market or youngish market, you can say, where people still want to go and have that physical experience of touching the product before actually purchasing it. So in one of my previous answers, I said, like, to come to the point directly, like, to actually mitigate that whole, let's say, thing
Phobia.
of phobia of shopping
Phobia.
online, we have the best prices. So a customer would actually want to buy with us. Like, if we give them the best prices, they will feel less at risk, thinking that, okay, I would rather buy it off them if we're getting it at the same price as, let's say, Kampala Road, or maybe even cheaper. Yeah. Second thing is cash on delivery, which is a very powerful tool for us, because it lets you touch and feel the product actually before paying for it. Of course, it's customers prefer paying cash on delivery, but we also have, as I said, MTN mobile money for customers who prefer using that, who trust Jumia, who know that, okay, Jumia is a trusted brand. And like, of course, we are still in the educational phase, let's say, like trying to educate people or trying to tell people about, the differences of online shopping and offline shopping and online shopping on different platforms itself. So, because there are so many players in the market, I can assume that, the mind gets fuddled a bit or muddled by all the shopping online thing.
Yeah,
like, okay.
true.
But for us, it's not really the case, as like you pointed out correctly, that there's not really any competition directly for us in what we are doing in the online sphere or in the e-commerce sphere as such. And if we are the only player in the market and we are giving these kind of USPs to our customers, I don't think there should be any fear in the customer's mind in shopping with us. Because I've said it over and over again, and I'll say it again, we bring you the best prices and the genuine products.
All right, beautiful. So you talked about cash on delivery. And, the beauty of online platforms or e-commerce platforms is the ease with which you can use alternative payment methods without being physically involved in the process. I've seen your model of paying through mobile money. And if you look at the hardware, the devices you have, I want to buy an S6, which is about 2.4 out there. I know it's cheap on Jumia. How can I buy it for my girlfriend off Jumia without letting them pay on, cash on delivery?
First of all, you'll be a very nice boyfriend to buy a S6 for your girlfriend.
It could be my ex-girlfriend, by the way. Super nice. Okay, let's go.
But coming back to the point, I would say that we will help you out in those particular cases. If payment is not, like as you said, possible to be made through mobile money, then of course there's the possibility that you can visit our offices or you can visit our warehouse and make the payment, and we'll deliver the phone to whichever address you want.
His girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right, I'm still
So-
on payments.
Yeah.
Have you considered, because if I do online shopping, and most of those websites usually have electronic modes of payment, Visa, PayPal, and all that kind. do you in the future hope to venture into that or make it accessible for those who can?
Of course,
anyway?
of course we do. Of course we do. There are future plans for these kind of payment methods, but as I said, like we are in the phase where we want the Ugandan customer to completely trust us before we can actually offer those kind of solutions or payment methods to the Ugandan public itself. Because if you think about it, many of the people who even have debit cards or like they don't want to use it because
Or don't know how
or
to
don't
use
know how to use it. So there's an education that needs to happen on both ends actually, till let's say the average Ugandan is ready to use it because of whatever reason it might be, until we feel confident enough that the customers are ready to use it. We will slowly, of course, one by one try to initiate these different kind of payment methods as and when we see fit. So we started with cash on delivery. Now MTN mobile money is there. So we are moving towards it, of course.
Okay. Well, for a brand like Jumia that claims, let me use that word, to get to all parts of the country, how would you compare your urban market to your upcountry market? Who is doing very well for you?
Well, of course, Kampala orders a lot more than upcountry, and but that doesn't mean that I can say that there's no scope in upcountry. There's a lot of scope because there's a limited population in Kampala and around Kampala as well, and we say that we deliver everywhere. And having said that, we have already delivered almost to all parts of the country. We have delivered Ambarara,
Really?
Gulu, Entebbe, Jinja. So, like you name it, we have delivered it there almost. So, it depends like what kind of partnership we have. And once we feel that we are ready to, really like burst out into, let's say, the upcountry space, whether it's through online or it's through offline. Well, we are doing online anyway. So, online, anyone who has access can see Jumia. And of course, people are seeing it because we are getting orders from there. And if you think about it, many people who belong to those regions are working in Kampala as well. So they take that feedback back to their upcountry places, to their family and friends. That listen, you can order through this. So it's more of a word of mouth as well that we like if a customer has a good experience in shopping with us, whether it's in Kampala or Gulu or wherever, we depend on that a lot as well.
Right, I'm lost. I think I have to be found here. Yeah, and the question is, looking at you guys deliver up country. At least I know you deliver 3,000 around Kampala. How much would you guys deliver in Gulu or?
So it completely depends on the distance that we are.
In a scenario where someone is buying maybe stockings or stuff like that, small items.
Oh yeah,
'cause you
by
may
the way,
not
does
be-
the product matter? I could order for a set of 6 hankies of Jumia, and I live in Amuru.
Well, it depends. Also, you need to offset the cost that we have because we have set costs for different regions. It can go up as high as 12,000 shillings as well, depending on the item. So if you order a 6,000 item and willing to pay 12,000 delivery for it, then I would suggest buy something else. Of course,
But still, 12,000 is not a lot of money in terms of
considering delivering to upcountry. Yes, it's not a lot of money. When you say 12,000 is not a lot of money, it's because we have been able to work with our third-party partners at that, at that level and have that kind of negotiation with them to give our customers the best pricing possible in terms, not only in terms of product, but in terms of delivery as well. So, like, it completely depends on where a person is ordering from and what they want to order. Of course, like, I think people might order much more than, a pair of socks, but like, it's one of the scenarios that we will deliver if the person is willing to do that. And of course, like, we would try to, make it as less as possible because we don't want to, let the customer feel that, okay, I'm just ordering a pair of socks and they're charging me more
than
for the delivery than. But those are scenarios that we haven't faced yet, but of course it might come up. Of course it might come up, and like, we are definitely like always working on these kind of issues, like what happens if this happens. It's a constant learning experience for us, and it's a constant learning experience for the customer end as well. So both sides are learning, like, okay, the customer wants this, how do we provide this to the customer.
Very, very quick one. So the delivery charge is about 3,000 for Kampala. Is that per cart, per the whole items I've shopped in the cart, or it's added on every item
Per
I
order.
buy? Per order.
Per
Beautiful.
order.
That's beautiful.
Regardless of how big or how many items.
Within Kampala, it's 3,000 per order.
Okay. Well, I don't know if Robert has any more questions,
Just
but this
one
is my
last one.
final
Oh,
question.
yeah, beautiful.
With all we've discussed, a number of e-commerce is growing, online shopping is growing. Would you say that Ugandans are ready for e-commerce evolution?
Well, we are here, aren't we?
Well, it could be because
You're very
it's a
aggressive.
gut feeling, or you're a very aggressive businessman and you go for the kill, and I don't know.
No, it's.
Do you think?
As I said, like there are a number of things that are considered on a company and a group level when we enter a market, and we won't have entered the market if we didn't see potential in it. I feel from what I've seen till now, for just under a year, it has huge potential, and it's still growing. That's the best part about it.
Okay.
So I feel that there's huge potential still to be tapped into in Uganda itself.
Okay.
My last question as well. What arrangements do you have for bulky purchases, like someone buying 15 Samsung S6s? Yeah, I mean, that would take still a lot of money on mobile money and still cash on delivery. You can't trust your rider with about 30 million for such a transaction.
Well,
Which
it
arrangement do you have
depends.
for that?
Well, it depends. We have done let's say bulky deliveries, or let's say riders carry multiple phones at certain times to deliver to different customers. Well, not just one. So we have trusted riders. We trust them, and we have put precautions in place to actually do that. And if someone wants to order bulk with us, we have a different arrangement for that, because at the end of the day, we, not just for the customer's sake, but for our sake also, for such bulky orders, we want to be sure and we want to be safe as well, because in our position, we are working with our partners or our vendors who trust us, and then there's the customer side as well.
Yeah.
So the customer side wants something and the vendor side can provide it, but we have to keep both the parties happy, right? Because let's say if there's a scam of 15 items, let's say Samsung S6 ordered from us, and let's say someone runs away with it, we still have to pay for them to the vendor, right?
Right.
Because it is our responsibility. So to keep everyone safe and everyone happy, we have precautions and we have different, let's say, processes in place to order bulk orders, to process bulk orders, or to process a single item order. So it completely depends what you want to order. We can cater to anything that a customer wants at the end of the day.
Well, I think you've heard it. We shall just keep it, Techjaja. We shall keep you posted on some of these updates that happen. I would normally close off the show by, you tell us your Twitter handle, Facebook, whatever you would really feel comfortable sharing with our listeners.
In case they want to get in touch with you or know more about you.
So, in case people want to get in touch with us, we have our telephone numbers of customer service online on our website on www.jumia.ug. Facebook, it's Jumia Uganda. Facebook/Jumia Uganda, and then Twitter is at Jumia Uganda. There's our Twitter handle, so yeah.
Okay.
You can catch me at Rob Sebunya on Twitter, and on the Facebook streets is /Sebunya.Robert, single S all the way.
Wow, I've just been Daisy, the co-host, and
Twitter handle, come on.
just call me Daisy. Catch you in the next podcast. Stay blessed.